Latina per se illustrata, Capitulum alterum, Latine disco. We now introduce you to the people whose daily lives you're going to read about. The picture shows them dressed in their best clothes, except for the four who are relegated to the margin. Clearly, they are not on the same level as the rest of the family. Be sure to remember the names, for you will soon become so well acquainted with these persons that you will almost feel like a friend visiting a real Roman family 2,000 years ago. And the remarkable thing about it is that you can understand their language. Note that the names of these people end in either us or a. None of them end in You will see that the ending us is characteristic of male persons, Julius, Marcus, Quintus, Davus, Medus, and a of female persons, Aemilia, Julia, Sira, Delia. This also applies to nouns that denote persons. Nouns referring to males generally end in us, filius, dominus, servus, but us is dropped in some nouns in r, e.g., vir, puer, while nouns denoting females end mostly in a, femina, puella, filia, domina, ancilla. But no persons are denoted by words ending in We say, therefore, that nouns ending in exempli gratia, oppidum, vocabulum, imperium, are neuter, Latin neutrum, neither id est, neither masculine nor feminine. While most words in us are masculine, Latin masculinum, and most words in a are feminine, Latin femininum, from femina. But as grammatical terms, masculine and feminine are not restricted to living beings. The words fluvius, numerus, titulus, liber are grammatically masculine, while insula, littera, provincia, familia are feminine. The grammatical term, therefore, is not sex, but gender, Latin genus. The abbreviation used for the three genders are M, F, and N. The word familia refers to the whole household, including all the slaves, servi and ancillae, who belong to the head of the family as his property. Julius is the father, pater, of Marcus, Quintus, and Julia, and the master, dominus, of Medus, Davus, Sira, Delia, etc. To express these relationships, we need the genitive, Latin genitivus, a form of the noun ending in e or I in the singular. Julius est pater Marci, et Quinti, et Juliae. In the plural, you find the long endings, orum and arum. Julius est dominus multorum servorum, et multarum ancillarum. So the genitive endings are I and arum in the feminine, and e and orum in the masculine, and in the neuter. In the section Grammatica Latina, you will find examples of all these forms. English has the ending s or of, Julia's mother, or the mother of Julia. Particles like et and sed are called conjunctions. Latin conjunctiones from conjungere, join, because they join words and sentences. Instead of et, you often find the conjunction que, attached after the second word. Delia medusque stands for Delia et medus, and filii filiaeque for filii et filiae. Among the new words in Capitulum alterum are the interrogative words quis and quae, which are used to ask questions about persons. English, who. Quis est Marcus? And quae est Julia? Id est masculine quis, plural qui, feminine quae, and neuter quid, as you have seen in Capitulum primum. English, what. The genitive of the interrogative for all genders is cujus, English, whose. Cujus servus est Davus? Davus servus Julii est. The invariable interrogative particle, quot, asks questions about number. Quot liberi sunt in familia? In familia Julii sunt tres liberi. Quot filii et quot filiae? Duo filii et una filia. Quot servi? Centum servi. Like most numerals, centum is invariable, but unus has the familiar endings in us. The feminine of duo is duae, duae filiae, and the neuter of tres is tria, tria oppida. The number can also be indicated by the noun numerus combined with the genitive plural. Numerus liberorum est tres, numerus servorum est centum. As centum must be said to be magnus numerus, the following sentences are easily understood. Numerus servorum est magnus, and in familia magnus numerus servorum est. It appears that magnus numerus servorum is equivalent to multi servi. In the same way, parvus numerus liberorum has the same meanings as pauci liberi. Besides, you will find the expression magnus numerus oppidorum and fluviorum, meaning multa oppida and multi fluvii. The Romans only knew the northern part of the continent of Africa, where there is only one big river, the Nile. In Africa, unus fluvius magnus est. Nilus. It goes on. Ceteri fluvii Africae parvi sunt. The adjective ceteri, ceterai, cetera, the other, recurs several times. Thus, the enumerations of the first 3 of the 35 capitula is concluded with cetera. It might have been et cetera, the Latin expression which gives us the abbreviation etc. The following rule applies to enumerations in Latin. 1. Et, put between all items, Marcus et Quintus et Julia. Or 2. No conjunction used at all, Marcus, Quintus, Julia. Or 3. Que, added to the last item, Marcus, Quintus, Juliaque. The conversation at the end of the chapter shows that instead of the genitive, the adjectives meus, mea, meum, and tuus, tua, tuum are used to refer to what belongs to the person speaking or the person spoken to, respectively, like English, my and your. On page 16, you come across the word ecce, illustrated with an arrow in the margin. It is used when you point to or call attention to something, in this case, to the picture of the 2 books. Notice the form of an ancient book, a scroll with the text written in columns, and the Latin word for such a scroll, liber, another masculine word in without us. The plural is libri.